Hello YouTubers. Oh, I'm sweating. I think I've been in about half an hour or so. I went out on the trike again. Yeah, I did a few more miles and I did a bit more travelling. Yeah, actually went into the town centre. Yeah, picked up Sheba's prescriptions again. What a carry on. It, the vet's where I go to, right? It's got a tight turn to get into the grounds, and it really has got such a tight turn. And do you know, the bloody trike, it wouldn't bloody budge. I sort of turned to get up there, and because it goes on the slope as well. So I think because of the tight turn, the motor doesn't work. And because the last time I went up there, I slid off the seat. But yeah, it wouldn't work. So I got off and walked in. Yeah, which isn't too bad. Like I say, I actually went into the town centre. Do you know when you're learning to drive and you have to notice signs? Now, I actually went through the town and came out going on to St Cuthbert's Way, and I seen like the bus sign and the there's a bus sign, yeah, a taxi and a bike, like a cycle bike, and I thought, yeah, done it right. Waited at the red lights, yeah, waited at the traffic lights. I think it would have been strange for someone like me to wait at traffic lights. I came out there. I had to stop at another set of traffic lights on St Cuthbert's Way to go left up the bank, yeah, past the Civic Theatre. Well, I still know it's a Civic Theatre, even though it's called the Hippodrome. The road goes uphill, yeah, and it wasn't too bad because you've got a bus lane, you see, but you can also use as a cycle lane and a taxi lane. So I took that, yeah, and it wasn't too bad. You normally you go under the bridge, because there's actually two bridges. You go under them, and the road goes up, and there's like a sort of roundabout just in front of the church, because there's a church on the corner, and there was no cars coming the other way, so I sort of continued. But there's another set of traffic lights, isn't it, just past that, and I think they were just turned green when I caught up with the traffic. But yeah, going down Yarm Road. Yeah, these are major roads that I was going on. Major roads. Yeah. And I stopped at traffic lights, right, where there was a cycle, because there's like a cycle park just at the traffic lights in front of, and I thought, yes, park just there. And that was the one on there's where the Broadways and Geneva Road. It's like a sort of a cross section type thing. Yeah, I sort of slowed down a bit because obviously with traffic lights you have to be prepared, don't you? And I saw them change. So there you go. But it's strange to be first pulling away. Yeah, and I went into Aldi's. The problem is with the Aldi's on Yarm Road, there's no, as far as I know anyway, there's no cycle park, you know, where you can put your bicycle and put it in and tie it all up, you know. There's nowhere in there. So I went sort of round the side, and there's like ramps. There's a ramp that goes into the exit at the back. So I thought, well, I'll tie it up there. Yeah, I had people turning their heads, you know, because I usually do when I take that out. And thing is, when I come out with Aldi's, I just wanted to turn right, and somebody actually on the other side of the road actually let me out, and I thanked them, you know, because I had to look to see if there's any cars coming the other way, you know. But yeah, I turned right out of there, and then I turned left at the traffic lights, go down Geneva Road. Right the way down Geneva Road, right down. People whistling, shouting, you know. Oh, they've never seen anything like that before. Yeah. And they weren't shouting as a bad thing. I just ignored it. Right away down Geneva Road, there's another roundabout at the bottom, and I went straight on at that roundabout. Yeah. Like I say, you have to be observant, you know. You don't do anything so bloody stupid, like pull out in front of... I've seen plenty of drivers pulling out, like, in front of me. You have to be very vigilant, you know, when you see them at the at junctions, because you're thinking to yourself, especially on the roundabout, is that person going to pull out in front of me? Yeah, they have to be really observant, and I have to be observant. Like I say, I went straight onto that roundabout, and it heads towards a tunnel bridge and another bridge, right? And I actually went under that bridge, no problems. I thought, oh my God, this is going to be tight, but it's not tight, because my trike isn't as wide as a car. So the only thing I have to be wary of is if anybody's coming in front of me to block me in, or, you know, that type of stupidity. But no, I thank the person that was waiting there, you know, for me to go through. I went straight past to the South Park, you know. Yeah, there's another little mini roundabout. It goes into Skerne Park, and I noticed someone on a bike pulling out in front of me, but I don't do the speed in which they do, so I sort of allowed it to happen. So, but yeah, I've seen, you witness it firsthand. Going past the South Park, and then you come to the roundabout again. There's another roundabout. Turn left at that roundabout. Head towards the big roundabout at Evansdale. I think the only thing I did wrong there, I did something wrong, and I didn't realise it till I was on the roundabout. I wasn't in the lane, I wasn't in the right lane, because there's I never noticed it at the time, but there must have uh, there must have been a gap, where I could change lanes. Yeah, I noticed it when I was on the roundabout. I thought, oh shit, wrong lane. But there you go. Yeah, I was on that road. I was on the left-hand lane to go straight on, because it tells you on the road markings. You can't see the bloody big sign properly, but you tell by the road markings, right? It's all marked on the road which road you go to. And yeah, I sort of went on that roundabout, and then there was a white line sort of on my left hand side, and I thought, oh shit. Because it's a big wide roundabout, that. People don't notice it, but yeah, when you're coming from the town, going round that roundabout, if you're going straight on, it seems though the roundabout's wide. Yeah, I made it to my destination safely and home safely. Yeah. It did 17 miles from here into town and back. Yeah, 17 miles. That's in total. So yeah, and the speedometer, right? There's the battery power on it, and it was half. It was because there's like 6 notches, and 3 of them got used, so half power. And if that's like that on 17 miles, I'm just wondering if I can do any more distance, without worrying about the battery power running out. But yeah, what a journey. Yeah. And she was still scratching. Yeah, what a journey. So yeah, my adrenaline rush is still. It just once you get onto the road, it's you're scared to actually do it, but once you do it, once you get on that road, the adrenaline rush just kicks in, and you thoroughly, and I really did thoroughly enjoy it. Yeah, going through town. No wonder Andy said to me, when he bought me the trike, no wonder he said to me, oh, you'll be wanting a motorbike in a year's time, because that is like equivalent of a motorbike. It doesn't do the speed in which a motorbike does, but when you got the throttle, it sort of chugs along nicely. It did do 28.8 kilometres at one point. I was coming back home, and the road sort of, I think it's called Oxley Flats. The road goes downhill slightly, yeah, and it was picking up speed, and you actually don't realise it, and because the only time when it does pick up speed is when you're going downhill, and that when I noticed it going downhill, when it was going downhill, I looked at the speedometer, and it said 28.8, and I thought, bloody hell. And you don't realise it, but this is in kilometres, not miles. So I assume that would be about 17 mile, I think. I think it'd be 17 mile an hour. Yeah, that's what I assume anyway. because I had to look on the conversion table. It was a couple of months ago. How fast that actually does, and I think it's 16. But there you go. Yeah, I managed to get some shopping, only a little bit of shopping, because you're only limited to what you can carry in the back of there. And I thought, oh my god, it's going to be a bit heavy. But there was some essentials that I needed. And no doubt I'll be going back out again. Yeah, on the thing. But yeah. So just start to cool down. I'm doing chili con carne in me slow cooker. I come in and I could smell it. It smells really nice. And I think it's going to be a spicy one. I used 3 chillies in there, and I think they were medium chillies. But sometimes if I do a chili con carne and put chillies in, it usually doesn't give it that spiciness. And I put a little bit of extra hot chili powder in as well. But as soon as I got in and I went to check on it, the smell got to the back of my throat. And I thought, oh my god, this is going to be, and it will be spicy. Yeah, so there you go. Our stomach's rumbling. It's actually rumbling. Hey. So I'm going to have rice with it. It's about, I think it's about 4:45, I think. I always start thinking about 5 o'clock. So, like I said, my slow cookers, I had it on since 1 o'clock. I had a disaster. It wasn't a disaster as such, it was my filter on my tank. I did figure out how to check the impeller. It's a good job I did. It was rattling like hell, and I noticed that the floor was sort of, it's not normally with the spray bar, the floor is across the other side of the tank, and it wasn't. It was, and I cleaned the uplift strainer, because usually when it flows like that, the uplift, it's blocked, and I cleaned the strainer and it was still the same, and it actually stopped working. The floor stopped, and that was this morning, and oh, my stomach's rumbling. I thought, oh god, I'm going to have to check the thing. Like I say, I took it off, took the top off. The little bit that was on the top, you could prise it up, and I prised it up. I had a look at the impeller. Yeah, it's a good job I didn't look at it. The impeller's actually broken. The impeller is like it looks like a fan, right? And like little bits. And one of the little bits of the fan broke, and I noticed the actual thing itself was split down one side. I thought, Jesus. And I haven't got a spare one. So what I had to do, look for a filter, because I got loads of them down there, and I looked for a filter. I looked for the pipe work. The filter I chose. The pipe work was long enough, because it was it had to go from a height, you know, and didn't have a plug on it, did it? So I had to take a plug off off another filter and put it on there. I cleaned the filter out because I had to clean that out. What I'd done was, yeah, like I say, I cleaned up the filter and all the trays. I removed the media from the filter that was on the tank and put it in the filter, the other filter, because I'm using an Eco, yarm Eco, and managed to get all the pipework down, connected it all up, you know, till it come to getting the thing going. And so what I had to do, because they have a priming system, they have a handle on, and that's the priming system, and it wouldn't work. And the reason why it wouldn't work is because there was no water in the pipes. So what I done was I got a little pipe, put it onto the spray bar, and sucked, and it set the thing filling up. And then it filled up, plugged it in, and it started working. There was a slight leak on it, but it's okay now. It's settled. I got a washing up bowl and put the filter in the washing up bowl. Yeah, yarms are terrible for leaking. But yeah, I got the filter up and running. So I'm going to have to get a new impeller for the other one. And they're not cheap. I looked on the internet. Nearly 18 quid in Amazon. And there's these other websites where they do specific parts for specific filters. And yeah, they're not cheap. So I'm going to have to get one. Yeah, because that's a good filter. But yeah, it wasn't a disaster. It's just it's a good job I had some filters spare. But yeah, you have to be prepared for stuff like that. Heaters, a heater busting, a filter not working. The worst is that if the tank leaks and you need another tank, and I haven't got a spare one. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, I'm going to have to fill up the tank anyway. But there you go. From a bit of a glitch to an adrenaline rush. Yeah. There you go. That's my day. Yeah. Right, I am going to go and speak soon, and toodaloo for now.